Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Previously we talked about the R Studio and a basic overview of the different elements that are involved. So this screen will be pretty familiar to you. And today we'll talk about how to create a basic Markdown file, R Markdown file, and also knit it so we can produce an HTML file that we can output. So to create an R Markdown file, first you would have to click on File, New File, R Markdown, or you can simply press on the plus sign over here and click on R Markdown. So when you click that, you'll basically get this other window that which you include your title. I'll just call it example for now, and make sure you add your name on author so we know who you are, as well as choose the default output format HTML. We'll talk about more about these other formats as well as installing uh, a text for to make PDF files later in the textbook. So click OK. And so this is going to be uh, your basic R Markdown window that you'll get. So it contains a lot of elements as well as everything that you set up in the beginning, such as the title, the author. Something that's new would be the date, which would be defaulted to today's date, but you can change that to whatever you want, as well as what type of output that you want. In this case, this would be an HTML document, and it contains some default code and text. So this is a header, this is a paragraph, this is a link, this is bolded right here. This is a code chunk of the summary of this data set called cars. This is another header. These are all level 2 headers, by the way, which contains 2 hashtags, as well as more text and a plot of a data set called pressure. And so let's go on and knit this R Markdown document. So you'll get a window that which you can save. I'll just call it example 2. I was testing this beforehand. So I'll call it example 2 and be saved in my document folder. And this would essentially create an R Markdown file with example 2 as a name, and then also the HTML file that has the same exact name. So please wait until this is processed. So let me resize that. So this is going to be the basic HTML document that comes with the basic R Markdown. As you can see here, we have the header, and the name and the date, and the second level header R Markdown, as well as the text there. And we can see that the summary of cars was outputted, as well as as you see below, plot was also included of dataset pressure. And so let's go back and I'll just basically give you an overview of how to also install the package that we're going to be using for this class, Stat 297. So to do this, first of all, we should call DevTools, which you should have also installed beforehand, and call install underscore GitHub, and include this code. We'll be in Smack group, and then the class should be contained, and it should be called Stat 297. Click enter. It should install the package for you. In my case, I already have it installed, so I'm just skipping it. R just tells me to skip it. And you should call the package stat 297 before you do anything, and you can just include this code inside your Markdown file whenever you decide to start an assignment, so that you don't forget. So I'll give you a basic also an overview of the Shiny app that's included inside the textbook. Okay, so your Shiny app is going to look a little different, but then the basic functions should be the same. So over here you can select different elements such as header. Right now I should actually not check anything. So this is going to be the basic R Markdown file code. As you can see here, the title R Markdown Playground, which essentially it is, and the output, which would be the HTML document. And if you look at the compiled HTML, it compiles already all your R Markdown code that you wrote before. You see here, you see the title as well as the text. And so you can play around with any of these checkboxes. If you want to add a header, you can see that the header was automatically included inside the R Markdown code. You can click on the HTML to see that it was updated. So please go on and play around with these. Just note that plot has additional options that you can play around with. So if you go to the HTML, you can see there's also a plot at the bottom. And so you can change the height, and it should also change in the HTML. Sorry, it's taking some time. Yes, you can see the height of the plot got bigger. Okay, and so also one thing that's good about the Shiny app application would be that you can copy and paste any of this code into your R Studio, R Markdown, I mean. So we'll go over here and delete everything and copy and paste whatever that was on before, and go ahead and knit it, and it should produce the exact same output actually as an HTML document. You can see everything is there. And also you can go ahead and play around and use these elements and change whatever you want to do. So essentially just play around with any of these and see what happens, and just practice what. Okay, so that's about it for today. Hope everything was clear, and thank you for listening.